Hi, welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I am Cyn Doll, and on this channel we talk about the wonders of nature and their amazing benefits for healthy hair, skin, nails, gut health, and so many other things. So we are going to talk about IBS, Irritable Bowel Syndrome, and how IBS or IBD, Irritable Bowel Disorder, can lead to thinning and massive balding. A lot of you think that the solution to your balding and thinning and shedding and really fragile hair is a hair product, but what if I told you that the cure this whole time has been in your gut, and that's why you haven't been able to grow healthy hair or retain length no matter what you do. If you want to talk more about IBS and learn more about it and how it could be affecting your hair growth cycle and what to do to change it, then make sure you keep watching. Before we get started, make sure you go ahead and subscribe here to my channel, and then once you subscribe, be sure to click that bell notification so you're notified every single time I post another video. Get you your favorite tea from Simple Apothecary and get a notebook out because we're going deep. What is IBS? IBS is known as Irritable Bowel Disorder or Irritable Bowel Syndrome. This is a very common gastrointestinal disorder that can result in abdominal pain, bloating, constipation, like you can't do gas, change in bowel habits, diarrhea, really intense mood swings, and a couple of other things. A whole lot of nutritional deficiency. Because it's a gastrointestinal disorder, it's affecting the way that your hair is able to break down and receive nutrients. Remember, healthy hair, skin, and nails are all produced within your gut. You know, the biotin that everybody talks about is made in your gut. This is what the gastrointestinal tract consists of. Number one is going to be your mouth, where the enzymes in your spit, in your saliva, break down the food that you eat. Then the esophagus, where your food travels down the muscle of your esophagus to get down to your stomach. Then once you get into the stomach, all of the acids and extra juices that are in your stomach, I know that sounds nasty, but it breaks down all of the food that you eat. Now, the small intestines is where everything is taking place. Within the small intestines is where your body breaks down all of the different foods that you eat and takes down all of the nutrient dense properties and all of those different things from the food that happens in your small intestines. Now, your large intestines is kind of like where the nasty stuff is. That's where all of your undigested food is at, along with water and all of the waste that you're gonna let out when you boo-boo. That's what's in your large intestines. And now when we talking about the rectum is where feces is stored until it's time to until it's time to pass. And feces, that's your boo-boo. It's just sitting in your rectum until it's time to go to the bathroom. And then the anus is the point of rejection. It is released. That's where you go to the bathroom. The gastrointestinal system. I'm sorry if you was eating. I know that's trifling. You can see how the gastrointestinal system is so important, and how any type of infection or anything like that, anything that throws this system off balance, is really going to affect the way that your hair, skin, and nails look. Because when we eat food is fuel to fuel our body to do what it needs to do. There are a couple of different things that IBS can lead to. Number one is going to be nutrient deficiencies. IBS leads to poor absorption of nutrients that the body needs. So when you eat food and it's supposed to go through that process of going through your small intestines and breaking everything down, your body is not able to do that properly when you have IBS. Some of these really important nutrients that your body can't develop are biotin and zinc. Biotin and zinc, if those things cannot be produced within the gut, is going to lead to a very slow hair growth cycle and very fragile and unhealthy hair. Number two is going to be stress, because stress can really affect the natural hair growth cycle. We're going to get deep into that. Number three is going to be medications, because some medications do interfere interfere with the body's natural hair growth cycle. So you really want to check with your doctor as it pertains to what you can do to not throw your hair growth cycle off balance when you are taking certain medications. Number 4 is going to be your diet. When we're talking about diet, I'm not talking about if you keep eating double cheeseburgers. I'm saying, let's say you stop eating double cheeseburgers and you're on a diet now, then if you are restricting yourself from a whole lot of different things that your body may need, if you're restricting yourself from vitamins that the body may need, then you will sense some types of different deficiencies within your body if your body is not able to get the nutrients that it needs from your food because of your diet. So even if you are dieting, really try to look at your diet and the things that you are eating and the things that you aren't eating and see what vitamins and nutrients you need. Okay, let's keep going. 5 is going to be your overall mood and well-being. So let's dive deep into all of these. Let's go. Again, number 1, nutrient deficiencies. If your body is not able to break down the food that you eat normally in your small intestines, then you're going to have serious deficiencies. So a lot of people that experience IBS end up experiencing hair loss and hair thinning because the body is deficient in zinc, iron, and biotin, and all of these are created within the gut. So again, if the body cannot break down the food properly, you're not going to be producing the nutrients that your body needs to build healthy hair, skin, and nails. Most people think that biotin is something that they have to take from an outside source, right? If you hear that you need biotin, the first thing you want to do is go online and purchase a supplement, but biotin is produced within the human stomach, within the human gut. It's also known as vitamin B7. B7 is produced by the microbiome within the gut, by the bacteria that lives in your gut. That's when biotin is produced. So if you have IBS is going to inhibit the absorption of the nutrients that you need. It's going to inhibit your body's production of B7 and the different nutrients that we talked about, which will result in a slower hair growth cycle, and it will also result in your hair being, the hair that is there, being really thin, really prone to breakage. So it'll be really hard for you to retain length. Anytime you brush your hair, you feel like it's thinning out. That is because you have vitamin deficiencies. There are multiple teas within the apothecary that are really rich in probiotics. Probiotics are extremely important if you are a person who is suffering from IBS, because a probiotic is something that is healthy gut bacteria. Now, normally when you hear the word or the term probiotic, you automatically go online and try to find something over the counter that you can buy. But what if I told you that there were herbs, but there are herbs that can do that for you? There are herbs that can increase your gut's microbiome by just drinking a cup a day. So I'm gonna give you a list of herbs really quick before the end of this video. So if you stick around to the end of this video, you will know exactly, you will have some herbs that you can go into a store and get, or you can go to my website on Simple Apothecary and purchase these herbal blends for yourself, because when you are lacking certain nutrients, it is up to you to make sure that you are putting those healthy bacteria back into your gut, because when you have IBS, you are throwing off your digestive system is off track. So you have to feed your body full of good bacteria. So that is what we're doing today, and we're going to do it in the herbal way, the simple apothecary way, the simple way. We're going to do it the simple way. I break it down more in my blog as it pertains to your diet and a couple of different things that you can do, so I won't talk you to death about it here. But if you are on a diet and you're cutting things out, remember that you really need to focus on what your body needs for fuel. A lot of times we get so focused on losing fat that we forget that you're losing a lot of key nutrients as well. So one thing that I really recommend for you guys is to check this ebook right here. With this discount code here right now, we're doing 50% off all of my ebooks, just because I love you. 50% off all of my ebooks. So head over to my website, right here and go ahead and get 50% off on all of your ebooks, starting with this one because it's that important. In this ebook, it explains to you every single amino acid that the human body needs to produce healthy hair, skin, nails, and all of the different needs and everything that your body needs for fuel to operate from the time you open your eyes and all but they're closed till you open them again. Make sure you check out this ebook with this code. So on top of nutrient deficiency, it can also be your protein intake. Some people with IBS limit their intake of like red meat and things of that nature, but protein is a key component to your body's digestion. So if you are, let's say, going vegan and doing more of a plant-based diet, you really have to make sure that your diet is really including enough protein, because the truth be told, going plant-based isn't for everybody. There are some people that go plant-based and have really negative effects because it's not for everybody's body. So make sure that it's something that you can do. Test it out first before you make the complete lifestyle change, because sometimes you do have to implement certain things because you will have certain deficiencies. You will see that a lot of people who go plant-based end up losing a lot of their hair and going thin because they are lacking a whole lot of the natural proteins and enzymes that their body needs to produce healthy hair. So be careful. Think about it. Remember, low calorie intake. If you're a person who is counting calories, if you have a low calorie content, remember, your body, food is fuel for your body. So if you're not giving your body enough fuel to do all of its jobs, the more insignificant jobs are going to be slowed down. And to be honest, hair growth is one of the more insignificant jobs for our body. You're not gonna die. You ain't gonna pass out if you bald head. You gonna be insecure, but you ain't gonna die. So if you want to know what fruits and vegetables and what diet, if you want to know a short version, let's say you don't want to use the 50% off code to get all of my ebooks for 50% off, like why wouldn't you want to do that? But whatever, let's say you don't want to do that, then what you can do is go ahead and go over to this blog post, and in this blog post I give you a list of foods that you can eat to help out with that calorie intake or to adjust some things, right? And I have options for my vegan people, my vegetarian people, and my meat eaters too. So just head over to the blog. Stress is something that can really trigger IBS symptoms, and the Telogen Effluvium is one of the things that is regularly triggered by IBS symptoms. Now, whenever you go through any type of stress, and having IBS or not being able to boo-boo is stress, okay? That's enough stress, or just anything that can happen in regular life, right? This can trigger a condition called telogen effluvium. Telogen effluvium is when the hair follicle goes into the resting and goes into the telogen phase of the hair growth cycle. Now at any time, 10%, about 5 to 10% of all of your hair follicles are in the telogen phase, but they only stay there for a couple of weeks. Whenever stress is triggered within the human body, the majority of your hair follicles, instead of only that 5 to 10%, instead of that 5 to 10%, of the majority, about 90% of your hair follicles go into the telogen phase of the hair growth cycle, the resting phase. And before it goes into the resting phase, it starts to shed. You start to lose a whole lot of hair, right? Instead of just a couple of strands, you start losing most of your hair because the follicle is going into the resting stage. So the tricky part about telogen effluvium, you won't really notice telogen effluvium until about 2 to 3 months after the event that caused you the stress in the first place would happen. So it's not like, oh my God, I got stressed out today, I'm yelling, my hair gonna fall out. No, it happens about 3 months after that event. So if something big happened some months ago and now you okay, but all your hair falling out, that's why. Alopecia areata is another one. Stress can also trigger your body to go into alopecia areata. This is an autoimmune condition where, because of stress, your immune system attacks your own body, mainly the hair follicle, the body, because of stress, your immune system attacks your hair follicle, leading to balding, thinning, and like small circle patches that if left unkept can spread, right? So it's all induced by stress. A lot of people don't understand that with most forms of alopecia, if you change your habits, if you change your environment, your hair will grow back like nobody's business, because it's only induced from stress. If you want to know more about alopecia areata, if you want me to do a full video on that, then let me know in the comments and I got you. Moving along. Stress is so serious because when you stress, what it does, it increases a hormone in your body, and it causes your body to release a hormone called cortisol in the body. And when that hormone is released, it literally wreaks havoc on your entire body, especially your hair. Because what happens is all of that stress and all of these hormones, they completely throw off the body's natural hair growth cycle, because the hair growth cycle is supposed to go anagen, making new hair growth cells, canogen, where the old and dead ones that are, you know, that are already old, those fall out, and then telogen, where it goes into a resting phase, and then it just keeps going. If something happens where your hair growth cycle is completely thrown off from stress, if something happens and you stress, if you get stressed out, if you're supposed to be in anagen and you get stressed out and get thrown into telogen effluvium, your hair growth cycle is thrown completely off balance. What are some things that you can do? First thing you're gonna want to do is very, very simple. It'll cost you no money, but you need to really manage your stress. I know people say it all the time, but I have a free meditation for you that hundreds of you have done. It's free. Click the link in the description box below. Sign up for my free meditation, right? And what it does is not just like me humming or nothing. No, it teaches you, it's like a small little course where it gives you like certain promptings for you to do certain journal writings and things like that. Just sets a really good pattern for you to develop mindfulness, so you're not like stressing out about stuff. So click the link in the description box below, sign up for my free meditation. It is literally free, and calm your stress down. If you get stressed out, you can go to our little course, right? And you can do what's in there and it'll calm you down. Make it one of your everyday patterns, but relieve some stress. Engage in physical activity. I know it don't have nothing to do with your weight, but remember that your scalp is connected to the rest of your body, and the more you're getting the blood flow and your oxygen flow going within the body, the better it's gonna be. Next up, make sure you're getting enough sleep. So let's talk about a few herbs that can help you to alleviate the symptoms of IBS. I myself had IBS at one point, and it was really freaking irritating. Like, this is too much information, but mine was more so on the not being able to use the bathroom side of things. And as a result, not only was I not able to use the bathroom, that was really because of the sudden change within my diet. I went from having a more so plant-based diet, even though I still would eat meat from time to time. I had more so of like a plant-based diet, to just kind of eating whatever out of stress, like not really paying attention to stuff. So my body developed irritable bowel syndrome, and I was not able to use the bathroom like at all. And when I would literally, this is TMI, but I would literally be in the bathroom for freaking hours. Once I was able to get settled in my new space and not like all bombarded with everything, then I was able to change my entire diet around, and I was able to implement the herbs that I knew would help me to get the healthy bacteria that I needed within my gut. Okay, so let's get into those. Number one is going to be peppermint. Peppermint contains something called menthol, and menthol, it ends up relaxing the muscles in the digestive tract, so you're not like clenching and pushing all the time. It's not so rough, it's not so much tension in the digestive tract. This in return will reduce the amount of gastrointestinal spasms that you have. If you want to know more about that, link in the description box. Peppermint tea is one of the most sought after reliefs for IBS. So if you are a person who has IBS and you drink some peppermint tea, you're having a problem going to the bathroom, that will really calm the muscles down. Is marshmallow root. Marshmallow root is crazy because marshmallow root performs a lot like sea moss. You can see here on the screen that when you put marshmallow root in glycerin, or if you put it in water, what it does, it has like this slimy, like meniscus property that allows it to help you slide different things down the gastrointestinal tract. Down. Now when you ingest marshmallow root, or when you make this little marshmallow root slime, it soothes irritated or inflamed membranes within the digestive tract from you straining or it being hard for you to boo-boo. This can potentially eliminate or alleviate symptoms like irritation or inflammation with people that have IBS, if you have any type of irritation down there. Now, hibiscus has mild laxative properties that can help you get it out, regulate your digestive system, to promote regular bowel movements. Next up is going to be ginger. Ginger is known for its anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties. It contains compounds like gingerol that can help reduce inflammation within the gut. This can potentially alleviate all of the problems and discomfort associated with IBS. Studies have also shown that ginger has amazing potential, that ginger is amazing for supporting the healthy growth of good gut bacteria. The gut bacteria that we were talking about that helps you build the biotin, right? Sweet cinnamon. Cinnamon is so rich antioxidants and has been found to have amazing antimicrobial properties. Remember, although it's not necessarily directly containing probiotics, it creates a beautiful, magnificent environment for the bacteria, the good bacteria within your gut, to be able to thrive. It's like security for the good bacteria. Cardamom. Cardamom is known for its amazing digestive benefit. It can also help to reduce gastrointestinal dysfunction or discomfort, along with alleviating gas when you all pooty, while also supporting healthy digestion, which is what somebody with IBS needs. Now, even though cardamom is not a probiotic itself, it again, like cinnamon, creates a beautiful environment for the good bacteria that you do create to thrive within your gut. Now, black pepper. Black pepper is amazing. You put it on all your food, but I don't think you know how amazing it is. Black pepper contains a certain element, pepperine, which makes your body able to properly absorb the nutrients that you put in it. So anytime you put pepper in anything, it literally opens your body up, so that way you can take in as many of the nutrients that you put into your body. So pepper is something that you don't just put on your food for flavor. You're putting pepper on your food so that way you can pull out as much nutrients from your food as possible. So next up, we're going to talk about the wonderful herb Rooibos. This one is one of my favorites. Okay, now Rooibos is known as red bush tea, and it comes out of Africa, South Africa to be exact. I'm gonna have a video simply on this tea alone because it's worth its own, it deserves its own video. But this herb is freaking amazing. And did you know that it is a probiotic? Not too many herbs are probiotics, but this one is. Number one, it works as a digestive aid. It's caffeine free, so it is going to be gentle on the digestive tract. It also contains antioxidants that protect your digestive system from inflammation and oxidative stress. It's anti-spasmodic, so a lot of people who take this that have IBS really see a reduction in the spasms that they're having in their stomach and all of the gut pain from the different symptoms of IBS from the small intestine. And number four, which is my favorite thing about this tea, is its probiotic properties. This tea This tea contains certain compounds that act as prebiotics. It promotes the formation of healthy bacteria within the gut. When you're promoting beneficial gut bacteria, then what you're doing is reversing the effects of your IBS, because remember, irritable bowel syndrome is when your body is not able to break down the food like it's supposed to be breaking it down within the small intestines of your digestive system. All right, so when you have enriched like this herb, what you end up doing is increasing the amount of good bacteria within the gut, while also making sure that your body has everything that it needs to be full of the nutrients that your body needs to run the systems of the body naturally. So if you want to get your hands on any of these tea blends, make sure you check the links in the description box below. Gunpowder Zen is with spearmint, peppermint, and with gunpowder green tea. Then we have our Crimson Magic. Crimson Magic has all of the herbs that we talked about today, along with this brand new blend here. So if you want to know more about how to get your hands on every single herb that we talked about today, then make sure you check the links in the description box below. And if you want to learn more about how to make your own marshmallow root little goo stuff that I showed you in the video, click the link in the description box below and you got all your stuff. Like, I got everything for you. So yeah, if you have IBS, you can reverse it. If you are a person who can't really boo-boo, like you only boo-boo a couple times every, like maybe once a day, or maybe you only poop once every couple of days, and your hair is thinning out or your skin is suffering, make that connection. There is a connection between you not being able to go to the bathroom properly and your hair thinning out. There is a very, 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 very obvious connection, and you can fix it. All right, so if you want to know more about how to fix it, then click the link in the description box below. It is a very, very easy fix. All right, next up, we're going to be talking about skin cell turnover, if I'm not mistaken. So